Hey everyone, welcome back to the Lookout, where it's kind of breezy. It's been windy here for a couple days in Chico. We're in red flag warnings in the Sacramento Valley here. So I want to talk a little bit about what red flag warnings mean. Red flag warnings are basically a weather forecast that says that there's conditions that exist that would support critical rates of fire spread if fires got established. As we've talked about on here before, not all red flag warnings are created equal. And this one is kind of a low end event on the ground. I was just looking at temperatures and it's kind of in the 70s here in Chico. We've got winds that are kind of, 10 to 20 miles an hour. Humidities aren't crazy low. And so we're not in like what would be crazy critical fire weather conditions. It'd be, it's not good if grass fires get started on windy days like today, but we're not going to have a fire that starts today and burns 100,000 acres. We're still kind of early in the season. The grass is dry, but once you get up in the foothills, a lot of the weeds and kind of other non-grassy plants are still pretty green. And up higher than that, the brush is just kind of starting its seasonal growth. And so, up above like 4,000 feet, the brush is flowering and there's like really low kind of fire hazard there. So red flag warnings, what they mean is it's a good time to be careful. Because oftentimes when we have these dry, windy conditions, lots of little grass fires get started. And then if all the resources in an area are committed to putting out lots of little small fires, then fires can get larger. So when you hear red flag warning, it doesn't mean that, we're going to have a campfire or another mega fire necessarily. It does mean that you should be careful with fire, that you shouldn't be out mowing your grass in the heat of the afternoon with a lawnmower. But just looking at the conditions kind of across the valley, it isn't that hot. And so another big thing that makes it hard for us to fight fires is when it's super hot, it's really hard for firefighters to operate. Firefighters are human. And so if it's, 105 degrees and windy, and firefighters are chasing fire, they get heat exhaustion and just can't work as hard. So cooler day like today, it's windy, fires will run a little downwind, but it's not critically dry, it's not critically hot. And so it's a good time, good rehearsal to get ready for fire season, but so far not a lot coming of this particular red flag warning event. Thanks for tuning in. See y'all down the road.